Yeah, hello. This is vonskyes here. Just want to do a quick review of the high impact news that are on the calendar for Friday, 12th of January 2018. And basically, from ForexFactory, we only have the US dollar, the CPI, the core CPI, the core retail sales, and retail sales. And usually, I check against uh, other calendars on different websites, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. Because I sometimes find out that uh, the news tagged as high impact on uh, investing, it's not a high impact news on ForexFactory. So, and sometimes it shows me off. I'm new to this, so I'm learning. Okay. Alright, I think we're good because we also have, okay, we have core CPI, high impact, core retail sale, high impact, and retail sales, high impact. So the CPI, core CPI, retail sales, and core retail sales. Oh, it's gonna be heavy, eh? Alright. So usually what I do is I just do a quick check uh into the history. I dig into the history to just see uh what the reaction was at this date. Because for each news it's always different. And then for CPI is consumer prices, account for a majority of overall inflation. And then let's check out core CPI. Yeah, it measures change in the price of goods and services purchased by consumers, excluding food and energy. Yeah, this is just a change in price of goods and services purchased by consumers. So since all of these news are happening at the same time and they are all high impact, and with data dropping, I just want to see, just want to have an idea. But usually I set up trades using pending orders. So, but I also like to just go back and see. So I just want to check for CPI. This is for November 15. Right, I see the data there, and then for November 15, this was the reaction. It was, yeah, that was the reaction, even though we had that pullback there. But yeah, it was, there were more buy traders on that news. So I'm just gonna check for about 2 months. So I'll check for December. I'll check for December 13, November 15, and October 13. So let's just go down to October and see what went down on October 15. Alright, I think we're here. Okay, October 13th. I think we have our guy right there. As you can see, that's 15:30. That's usually the time that this news drops. And you can see there was a huge plunge. The bears went crazy on that trade. I just want to see what the data was. The forecast was 0.6, and the news release came out 1% lower than the forecast, and it resulted into this. Now note this is just for the CPI. So usually I don't know if they always have all of this news out at the same time. Okay, this is for December 13th. Yeah, for December 13th they had the CPI and core CPI out at the same time. And then for October 13th they had CPI, core CPI and retail sales. Right, we had two unfavorable news release, and then we had favorable news release on the core retail sales, and then the retail sales. So that gave this reaction. It's quite huge. So alright, so we'll go back to. So usually I like to tag this so that I can always make reference back to this on the chart. Alright. Alright, so we're back to November. This is for November. Yeah, this is for November. Okay. Let's get data for November. Or for November we had a tie on the actual and the forecast. Okay. And then on the charts we had this. But I am not experienced with this set of news yet, so like I would not understand why we had this reaction, because I would expect that since the previous was higher than the forecast, like I would expect, like a negative reaction on that pair. So, but the dynamics of this is that uh, there will be a different reaction on each currency pair, depending on what time of the day and what trading session, and yeah. So there was a tie, right? We had this right on the 1 minute chart, and then if we fast forward to December 13th, Right. There was also a tie. We had for December 13 we had, yeah, for December 13 we had this. We also had a tie. That's for December 13 and for November 15, right? But both figures were different, right? Because it was zero point 0.1 for November 15 and zero point 0.4 for December 13. But then the reaction on that pair came as a surprise. Okay, let's move this faster. Yeah, we here. Uh, yeah, this is it. Can you see this? Right. So even though the figure got bigger for December 13th, the reaction was negative. Well, I say negative because it was a down bar, it was a drawdown. And if you see this closely on the 5 minute and the 1 minute chart, right, it was a drawdown. And remember for November 15, there was also a tie, right, but it was a lower figure. But the bulls had that time. So I'm just a bit skeptical for what to expect for today. Yeah, but I'll keep my fingers crossed and get into my trades with pending orders as usual. And we'll see what happens. So I'll see you at Alpha 3. Cheers.